back to IPA, where we keep it real and raw. I'm your host, Imari Samaj, and I'm here with another special guest. I'll allow him to introduce himself.
It's your boy Bill. I'm in here with my dog. Carrying me out to the IPA, so we finna get to it.
Yes, sir. So who is Bell? Let's get it started.
Who is Bill? Bill is a visionary. I'm just a person who likes to bring ideas to life. Shit. That's who I am, bro. I'm a funny guy. I like to joke. I like to kick it.
Mm-hmm.
I like kicking with my family and my friends, bro. That's really all I be on. I be tucked away.
Yeah.
Just vibing, creating, kicking it with the guys. Same little shit probably everybody be on for real. I don't know.
Where'd you go to school at? Like, what was your upbringing like?
Upbringing was cool. Third grade and up, I went to school in Indiana. I started off with Griffith. I went to Reedy up until 6th grade. Then I moved to Maryville.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, I've been in Maryville for a while now, but I always lived back and forth. So my parents have been divorced my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
My pops always lived in Illinois. He stayed in Harvey. Then majority of my life, he done stayed in South Holland.
Mm-hmm.
My mom in Indiana, she done stayed everywhere, bro. We just stayed in Griffith. We just stayed in Maryville. We just stayed in Cherville. We just stayed in Crown Point.
Just that whole side of like the region type shit.
Yeah, I done stayed in a little bit of everywhere, so I got my people at the Ville, but I know people everywhere. Like, I know people at Hobart, I know people at everywhere.
All the Gary schools.
All the Gary schools. My cousins go to school out there. Caleb Twin and them, they go to Calumet.
Mm-hmm.
Twins go to Griffith, so I know everybody, bro. So it's been cool. I always been back and forth, like moms and pops, Illinois, Indiana. So like one weekend I might be out in Indiana kicking, and one weekend I might be with my cousins in Illinois, a whole different crowd, people, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool.
Were you did you play any sports in high school or anything, or were you just busting fits?
A little bit of both. I started busting fists later on. Towards the beginning I was just dressing crazy as hell. Like, I always kept crazy mics on though, like the J's, I always had the J's. I like old school shoes though, like shoes he really hooped in. Like,
what was your favorite?
My favorite Jordan of all time is the Undefeated Fours.
Undefeated Fours.
But
put it in the pig.
No, definitely the Undefeated Fours, and they cost the grip. So once I get to where I want to, I don't know. It's gonna be a minute if I cop them. I think they want like 20 bands.
Damn.
What? You could buy.
Did they go wore them shits?
I think so, bro. I don't know. They was like very limited. I don't know, but I want to get my hands on one of these days.
Yeah.
But in high school, freshman year I played football.
Mm-hmm.
Once it was time, like I realized, like I'm not finna go nowhere with no football shit. I'm not finna be coming to like 2-3 days and it's cool. Nah, it's not for me. So I went to play tennis. I played in middle school and shit. I played golf in high school too. So I just went to play golf and tennis.
See, damn. So like, where did like the inspirations from the fashion shit come from? Were you looking to like your dad, or was it like more pop culture shit?
Honestly, bro, later on it was pop culture, but like growing up, it was more so like my pops and shit like that. So like my pops, he won best dress in high school. Mm-hmm. So like he always been into fashion, and then my grandma put him on. So he was the baby into his younger sister or whatever. So like he was kind of spoiled. He was like always with mom and stuff. So my grandma, she's like big shopper, bro. Like TJ Maxx, like all type of stuff, bro. That's what she owned. Like when I was a kid, she was my dad's secretary, whatever. We'd go on lunch, but we'd be going for lunch like we'd go at like 12. We might not go back. We done went and got something to eat. We done went shopping, found some spots. Like we used to be kicking it. So that's kind of where I got a lot of my stuff from. But then I just started coming in my own ways. I got a little older. Because me and my pops really used to bump heads, like, over fashion shit. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, because he player, you know, old school. Not like old school, like my pops hip, but like he don't want me dressed any kind of way around him. Because, like, I guess that reflects him. Like, bro, I'm coming crazy. Like, I got a decent little palette on right now, but, bro, just imagine me, like, some bright yellow shoes, camo shorts, and like a crazy print ass shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming like that. So we used to bump heads with that. You know, they older, they don't fuck with the skinny jeans and a whole bunch of shit. But
You think it's supposed to be one way?
yeah, but that helped me. That helped me to become who I am today. Cause like if I don't give a fuck what he talking about in that sense, like I don't care what nobody talking about like that. Cause he used to, what do you, bro? I don't care. I got that shit on, you know. So that kind of gave me like my own confidence, my own like.
I feel it, yeah. So when did kind of when did Urban Genius kind of come to life? Like, what was that all stem from?
That all stemmed from high school, bro. So really, me and some guys got together. Was trying to like find a way to, you know what I'm saying, make some bread, get something off the ground. And we was gonna plot on like being like a sneaker club and shit like that. You know, we got influence, people trying to tap into what we was doing. And then time went by. It was a group of dudes. It was like Draylon and Derek, and they had like a group called like Urban Genius. They was like getting fresh sale, taking pictures and shit like that. So we like linked up, and then I had graphic design. So like I had made the design and printed that shit, and from there it was just that. It was like a bigger group than it was like a big group. Then it was like us three. Shit, now it's just me and Big Arms up. Crazy. But it was crazy. Like at school, I used to get to school early as hell. Like we had orders, but this a shirt, a hat. So mind you, I live all the way in Illinois, bro. So
Yeah.
25, 30-minute drive. Let's say school. I don't know what time school started.
Like 7:45.
That's damn near accurate. So bro, I'm getting to school at like between 6 and 6:30. Nah, that 6 might be taxed. Like 6:30, like an hour before school.
7 type shit.
Yeah, get to school, like print shirts, getting stuff off, come in during lunch, print some stuff. So it was cool. That kind of showed me a lot. And then that's another thing. I probably wish I would have took more serious, but I mean, shit, it's like, you know, but nah, it was a good entryway into just that, printing my own stuff, because that's what I do now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do get stuff manufactured, but just having that whole experience of like knowing how to create something and then in your mind, then put it on the computer and then transfer it onto a garment or whatever it was.
Like, this is 100% my idea.
Yeah.
And this is all me type shit.
That's why I like to say, like, for myself, is like a visionary or just a person who bring ideas to life. Like, I say artists as well, but some people's specialty is graphic design. Some people's specialty is like sewing. Some people's specialty is this and that. I kind of got like a cool collective of all of them where I'm able to bring the idea to life.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it was kind of like you were the final piece, but it's crazy. Like, do you ever feel like you like miss the old days when it was just like a big unit and like it was like because it's something about like when you started something big, how everybody feels like, yeah, this shit gonna blow, like that magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever miss those days and like the old homies and shit?
I mean, I do, and it's still like all up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like there's no beef or anything like that. Do I miss the old days? I mean, of course, because shit, the old days are always gonna be fun. Like kicking it, plotting, just making stuff happen. But not much has really changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still doing all the same stuff. I'm still reaping the benefits of it. It's just like when I take an L, or not even an L, when I have a problem, it's just like you and the man in the mirror. You can't really, you know, try to 3 heads versus one. But I mean, it's cool, bro. I like it.
Yeah. How much do you feel like you've grown over the course of like with your brand? Like, how much have you learned from just going from basic graphic design back then to like where you at now?
I mean, I've learned a lot, bro, and it's just a lot that goes into it. If this is like something anybody really passionate about, like clothes, fashion, or whatever it is, I say go for it, because it's a lot of ways for you to make a name for yourself just by doing what you love to do, bro. Oh, okay, yeah. So my bad, I go all day. But I think I've grown a lot, man. It's just a lot of lessons you learn every day. Like, one thing I like now is, I used to think it's so cool, like, being up to the last minute, trying to get stuff together, like, the drop is typing, running around, sweating, like, and then it all go That shit not cool no more, bro. Like, I mean, of course it's a part of the game. Like, everything not gonna be perfect, but it's nothing wrong with planning and executing and like stuff being on time. So my time management and just stuff like that has grown a lot, and I've grown a lot mentally. Because I mean, in this space, it's like you can, in a way, I started caring about what I think people thought. Or I started caring about what people thought. Or was overthinking about like, oh, how is this going to be perceived? How is people going to take this? And I feel like that took a lot of time away from my craft. Like, bro, I haven't been dropping as much as I usually do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't drop a lot anyway, but it hasn't been as consistent. You can get in those places, and I don't know, but I'm back in those places for sure.
I feel it. And I mean, I think you gotta go through phases. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like that's just life itself. Like because the brand itself, since you're the person that's heading it, like it's grown with you. You know, so it's like the phases you're going through, whatever is happening in your life. Maybe shit isn't like all the way straight for a drop to be like conceivable right now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so what were the early days like then? Like trying to get the shit up and running and just trying to like spread the name of the brand. Like were you guys just mainly doing it like through socials, or were you like on some like grassroots type shit? Like tell me about the campaign.
A little bit of both. We're doing everything. So you know, like I feel like a decent amount of people know me. I'm like I know everybody from everywhere. Like I know a couple people from every little spot. Then the people I was with, they knew people. So it was just kind of like word of mouth. People were rocking with the designs. And I feel like at the beginning, I think people were rocking with like the lifestyle maybe a little bit more. Like, I don't know, we was cool. Like always copping kicks, always traveling to get the new kick drops and just different things like that. So I think that's where it really started, and then I just kind of started wanting to do more and more than just t-shirts. That's kind of how I got into like sandals and different stuff like that. So just learning how to work with a local screen printer, give them a design, and they give you something you didn't order, some little ass shit, and then you gotta like go back and forth with them, and it's like stuff like that to ordering 100 things from overseas and it's the wrong material. You know what I'm saying? So you get 100 hoodies and it's the wrong materials. And matter of fact, I'm a quick backstory. So my homie, he was big into like the manufacturers, whatever. Cool, yeah. Like, so he put me on his manufacturer. I sent everything through him, So he like the middleman.
Yeah.
Boom, hoodies come, and I got a picture of them. That kind of look like dry fit. You know what I'm saying? I got a cotton hoodie. I'm like, bro, I like dry fit, but whatever. I'm geek. Like, this is my first time cutting sew hoodies, like design crazy.
Yeah.
Finally get them. I'm like, bro, this is not what I ordered. And I felt disrespected because you knew this is not what I ordered. Like, my homie knew that, but he was like, man, this damn near bogus, but let's just see it, bro. Don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got, it was a whole, it ended up working out and everything, but that was just like a lesson learned. Like, anybody out there, order a sample first.
But damn, so how was college? Like, what was that experience like, just in itself?
College was the best, bro. I rock with IU. Shout out Indiana University, Bloomington, Indiana. I rock with Bloom heavy. I went there 3 years. Man, it was a blast, bro. I had my brother stay right across the street. Ty. So it was like he stayed across the street. My other homie John stayed with him. My other homie Demond. We all was in this little neighborhood on Hardwood Court. It was called the Quarry or whatever. But nah, bro. IU was a great time. I seen both sides of IU. It's a white side of IU and it's a black side of IU. And everybody can't see both sides, you know. I done been into like the white frat parties and like crazy rager parties, and then I done been at the black tailgate going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So I done seen both sides of IU. I feel like college, if you decide to go to college, take advantage of the opportunities college has for you.
I may have missed a few opportunities, but I definitely took advantage of a hell of opportunities. Like, bro, I probably did like 4 fashion shows down there. I probably walked in like 2 or 3 of the student fashion shows. So it was cool. I had like a blast. Like, but I was a part of the retail sales organization. Like, it was a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But I could have did way much more. You know, like sometimes you be so stuck on not even being cool, but just in your own world. You gotta like get outside of that bubble, bro. We partied. We got our shit done too. Shout out my boy Ty, cause he really was in the books and he kind of kept me on path too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if we gonna hit the brewery first and then we gonna go get this.
Yeah, I feel like finding that balance, especially out there, like that shit's hard because I know like from your freshman year till you got out of there, like you seen mad motherfuckers leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely not something like I feel like people would be like mad ashamed about it. Like I felt shame when I left college, but at the same time, I understood that there was gonna be. I never thought about what was gonna be on the other side of college, even when I was in it. You know, so that was just kind of like the shell shock of it. But at the same time, it helped me grow as a man, and I learned from those experiences. You know, and even not finishing, I feel like I still got a lot from it. You know, but I like talk about like. Was there a huge class that left when you first, like after the first semester of your freshman year?
Like a huge amount of people that like left school. Hell yeah, it was people leaving like left and right. Especially at Indiana State, it was a lot of people getting going out of there. You know, people just coming to school straight partying.
Yeah.
Like, bro, college is different because it's like. I mean, some people in high school don't even got parents on their back, but it's just like your parents not on your back. Not, hey, did you do your homework?
It's no supervision.
Be home at this time. Hey, take out the trash, wash the dishes. Like, nah, you could let your dishes get as dirty as you want. You could let the trash get as mad, like, you know, so a lot of people didn't know, like, they just want to go party, have a good time, kick it, and no schoolwork. But Indiana State, that shit was, well, I was in criminal justice when I first got there.
Was you trying to be a detective?
Fuck no. What the fuck was my name? First, I was in nursing. I was in a building, like, it was only girls in that joint. Like, so it was Blair. And then I was, what else I do? Then I was in criminal justice because I'm like, damn, I want to be a lawyer. I was talking about detective, I'm straight.
What you mean? Shit.
Nah, that was just like that's like a prerequisite degree. I really wanted to be fluid on like my laws and just different things like that. It's like, bro, the system be doing black people so greasy. So it's just like I always kind of, my pops put me on that too, but just knowing the laws and just knowing your rights, cause like, man, they do you greasy, but that shit, it was all cool, bro. ISU to me was a lot easier because it wasn't as much to do for me, in my opinion. Like, really, bro, all I was doing was going to class. As soon as I get out of class, I go do all my work. Boom, work done. My homie Mike, the guys, they probably out of class. It's time to go. Boom, crazy hoop session. Probably eat. My older homies, Ron and Kari, they finna scoop me. They got crib. We finna go over there and get fried. That's how my shit really went. So it wasn't really, I wasn't doing too much extra. Like, we could pop out from time to time, but I really wasn't outside at ISU.
Yeah. I think I treated my first year there the same way. Like, I was really, honestly, and when I went there back in 2017, that was when Fortnite first dropped. So I was on that game like crazy. Like, I was grinding the fuck out of some Fortnite, playing the fuck out that shit, just smoking. We used to, you remember by like the tall ass towers, that little park they had, like with the little gazebo, and there was a parking lot behind it. Nigga, we used to smoke under that fucking park, that little gazebo thing all the time, just getting high as fuck. And then the spot ended up getting blown up one day because too many niggas found out about it, and then 12 just started pulling up. But
that's how shit go.
Yeah. Especially freshman year, you don't know nobody that got a crib and shit, so you just like, whatever.
And see, that's why I had it golden. So like my two homies, shout out Ron and Kari.
Yeah.
They had a crib. They put me onto a lot of shit. Like, they was cooking and shit too. So like, you know what I'm saying? They go to Walmart, grab groceries. They cooking. Like, I don't know, that I cook a lot. So I'd say that's kind of You know what I'm saying? Just seeing the niggas cook, that shit cool.
Yeah.
And then they had a crib, so we can go over there and do whatever we want. We can if we had a little smoke room, we'll watch what was that? The Wiz Khalifa Day to Days.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
every
yeah.
time they drop, we, you know what I'm saying? That used to be the bad. That used to be the crib. They had like a player. You know how Terre Haute cribs are anyway, so it was like an older crib, but it was like the vibe was like, I don't know, that bitch was player. Like I'll never forget that.
It's odd, bro, because all that shit mad old and historic and shit, but they be turning that bitch fuck up. You niggas don't be playing. But so was going to school like a really big was it really impactful for like the exposure of your brand?
Yeah, I'd say that was the best. I say yeah, and honestly, I probably should have took more advantage of it. But I mean, I say that, but then I have done a lot as well. You know, you kind of always give yourself the short end of the stick or whatever. So, but I look back and I had a good time at IU. I had a lot of events. Like, bro, I was at Indiana State my freshman year, and I threw a pop up at IU. And that bitch went decent as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, I rock with IU, bro. A lot of the stuff I was doing in class, I went to school for fashion merchandising. So like a lot of the stuff we learning in class, I'm just kind of like trying to
apply that shit.
Yeah, to the brand. If we gonna do a project, do it on my brand. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Like throw my sandals in there. A couple shorties in the class might want to grab the sandals, and we be in that bitch. But it was just like cool. I was always around shorties.
I mean, so for you, where do you like kind of want to take the brand to? Like, what is your vision in terms of where you want to the brand to go?
I'm in this transition right now, so I want the brand. I'm just trying to take it to like new places. I'm trying to currently rebrand, like give it a whole new look. Like I ain't dropped in a while. Probably in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna drop like something light. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the people fed, you know, just like some little cool shit. But fall and winter, I'm trying to really come like crazy, and I'm trying to elevate into a new space of like garments and like pieces and different things like that. Like I wanna.
Shit, if you get some winter line, nigga, I would definitely have to fuck with that.
That's what I'm trying to like. It's a lot I'm trying to go into, but I'm just trying to like basically take it to the next step. You know, I really like footwear too, so I know like another sandals in my near future and a shoe too. You know, so I've just been trying to become a student of the game again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really falling in love. Because you can really, like, when you start chasing the money, that's when, like, shit don't become fun. And that's when you kind of get, like, thrown off your path. Like, trying to base a drop just on, like, how much money you're going to make. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've put out, my worst pieces doing that, like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get like a quick buck or just trying to, you know what I'm saying, and some people have liked what I put out, like some people love it, but to me, you know what I'm saying, is the
you should never have to sacrifice the quality, you know, some shit. And
it's just like maybe not even the quality, maybe even the design aspect, or maybe just not the design aspect, maybe the role, like just anything. Like I don't like cutting corners, so that's why I kind of been taking my time with it. Just trying to work on better the customer experience, the customer service, getting orders out quicker, but just stuff like that. But I'm ready to really take it to the next level and see what's next. I've been quiet for a while, so it's time to get back to it for sure.
So who do you think some of the best dressed people in the industry? Like, who do you really be kind of like, not necessarily paying attention to, but like at least like be like tipping your hat to?
Best dressed in the industry, I'm gonna say Yachty. Yachty my favorite artist too, but outside of the music, he be putting that shit on for sure, you know?
Yeah.
Who else I be rocking with?
Shit, you remember when that nigga Uzi was busting them fits like
yeah,
a couple years back?
he was busting some crazy fits. Some of his stuff be a little outlandish for me, you know. Some of it should be a little, but nah, he do be putting it on. Can't even say Kanye. He been putting some bullshit on. That's my dog. We got the same birthday, but he been putting some bullshit on. Who else be putting that shit on for real?
Oh yeah.
3 bro. I still fuck with him. Hey, if Kanye see this, tell him to invite me to his birthday party one of these years. Before I check out, we got the same birthday, so I feel like we should rock out. You know?
See, I gotta get bro on the podcast.
Nah,
shit.
for real.
Bro, he gonna say some crazy ass shit at me, just like, damn, nigga. But yeah, I mean, do you ever want to see like your clothes being worn by like the biggest the biggest dude, like names in the game type shit?
I do. And I just feel like right now, I haven't made anything to my person like that I would want to give to like who I would we talking about Lil Yachty. I'll probably give him some gear type shit or whoever. It could be Drake, it could be anybody. But I don't think I've put something out yet that I want to give to that person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to word that shit, but
Yeah, something that you feel like would be like recognized by that person. Like you don't want to like jump the gun on it.
yeah, because you could really miss your beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to hurry up and do something half-assed. So I've had certain opportunities possibly present themselves or whatever, and I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump the gun. But maybe I should have been a little bit more prepared in that situation on the opposite end, but I don't know.
So I mean, is there like any advice you would give somebody that's like that you feel like would help them if they was really getting started on this shit? Like something that you felt like would propel you if somebody told you?
To propel you to get you really started in this, bro, just do what you like. Fuck what anybody else is talking about. Forget what everybody else is saying. Like, do what you want to do. This market or whatever you want to call it, the clothing, t-shirt, the fashion, whatever it is, it's oversaturated. Like, everybody in it for like the quick cash grab right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get a brand, everybody just, but it's a lot that goes into it. So I say just keep moving forward because all these people that's on the wave now is going to drown eventually. It's only going to be like a couple people left for real. So
Yeah.
I say just keep pushing. If anybody had any questions, need any help, hit me up. But also, everything is on the internet, bro.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like you could go on Instagram, you could go on YouTube, like, and that's what I had to realize too. Like you just have to become a student. Like you got to sit down for 2 hours to learn how to do something. Like if you want to start a website, you really shouldn't be, hey bro, I need help with a website. Like, no, you could just go on one of these Shopify Wix and set up a website and build it yourself. You don't got a code or nothing. So
It's a university.
a lot of stuff is out there, but you just gotta look it up. But people do be gatekeeping, and people be gatekeeping on like little weird shit that don't even really matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's be so weird to me. Now I've came across that, so I don't mind breaking bread with nobody now. You know what I'm saying? If I got like my bread and butter right here, like this is my golden ticket, I may not be able to give you that. But I mean anything else, like, I don't know. I help anybody with anything, bro, for real. It's not like shit, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you got anything else you want to say to the people, man?
Shout out to everybody who been rocking with me. If you've been waiting for some more heat, some more on the way. It's Bell. I'm a visionary. I'm an artist. I made some music the other day. I might be a rapper for like 2 days. I didn't give y'all like 2 days of me being a rapper. I'm only doing fits and features. And yeah, tap into my bro IPA, and then shit. Yeah.
Appreciate you, fam.
For sure, buddy.
Y'all heard it here first.
I can't give a damn what the thoughts say. I can't give a damn what the odds say. As long as we together, girl.